Friends, here we will understand the basics of the Constitution of India. In this basic concept, we will understand the preamble. What is basically a preamble? Preamble is basically a definition or purpose, or we can say introduction, uses, objective, etc., which is given before reading that act. That is, after reading preamble, we can understand what the act actually specify, or in further pages what we are going to see. This is the basically purpose, introduction, uses, objective. You can say the definition is given as a preamble of that particular act or constitution of India, right? Also we will understand what is 42nd amendment. After this 42nd amendment, the three terms was being introduced in our Indian constitution: socialist, secular, and integrity. Now we have understood the preamble. What is preamble? Preamble is basically a definition which is being given by the act or any constitution, and it explains the purpose, introduction. It also introduces what for what is this, or uses of that particular section or act, and its objective as well. Now we will come on this 42nd amendment later on. Firstly we are going to understand that what is objective of that particular of Indian constitution. And before understanding that, we should understand we the people India. This is the one of the enlightened preamble given in our Indian constitution, that we the people of India. What does this mean? That means that while preparing our constitution of India, on behalf of the people of India, the constituent assembly has prepared this constitution of India. Once again I repeat that the constitution of India was being prepared by the constituent assembly. On behalf of whom? On behalf of the people of India, who has given them authority to act as a constituent assembly. We the people of India. This is the democracy terms, which is one of the nature of the Indian constitution. What does the democracy means? Democracy basically means by the people, by the will of the people. This is basically the term of democracy. These are the nature, you can say, right? After 42nd amendment, this all become five, right? Firstly, while introducing the constitution of India, there was only two nature of the Indian constitution, that is sovereign. Sovereign means without any effect of the foreign powers. That means if I am making one plan for the Indian government, then I should be sovereign. Then that planning should be sovereign. Sovereign means without any foreign powers effect of any foreign powers. That is sovereign. We have understood these terms of the nature of the Indian constitution. After the introduction of 42nd amendment, this is very controversial topics among the political leaders and political parties as well, so I'm not going on that. I will make clear about all these terms. After the 42nd amendment of the Indian constitution, three new terms was being introduced by the parliament, and that three terms, once again, the parliament can introduce the terms under the article 368. Article 368, this gives the power to the this article gives powers to the Parliament of India to introduce any act by under this act with the powers of the with the powers of the government of India, through which they can introduce any act to the Indian public, for the Indian public, right? So the three new terms was being introduced after the 42nd amendment of the Constitution of India, and that three terms were secular, integrity, and socialist. So we will understand the first term, socialist. Socialist is basically a term which was being used mainly by the Mahatma Gandhi. what does this socialist term? This socialist term is completely different from the what USSR has was using. What is this? Socialist means for the welfare of the people, along with the welfare of the overall development of the country as well. This is much better example than, this is much better socialist term than what it was being introduced in the USSR as well. USSR was also a socialist country. It is completely different from the capitalist countries, and we have to understand this term with the good examples as I have given you. Right now, next is secular. This is a very controversial topic. Secularism means in our constitution is that no government or no state shall have its own religion. This simply means secular. That means that peoples have the right to practice any religion which they want to practice, but the particular states shall not have any religion on their books. What does that mean? For example, if you take Pakistan, Pakistan is the official language of Islamic as their state religion, but as per our Indian constitution, the particular state shall not have any religion. If the individual leader or any individual person wants to practice any religion, then he has the freedom to practice, but the state shall not have any religion as a weapon, or any the state shall not be declared as the any religion state. Now next, integrity is more or less example to right to equal distribution among all the peoples, and there shall be integrity among the uh, uh, auditing part or any fund policies, etc. Planning, this is mainly related with planning of the government, planning policies, etc. So this is the overall preamble sections of the constitution of India. And also the people, which is being introduced in the Indian constitution by the preamble is being introduced in the Indian constitution by the Jawaharlal Nehru, who is the former Prime Minister of India and the first Prime Minister of India. It was being presented on 13th December 1946 before the Constituent Assembly, and it was being adopted as a preamble on 26th January 1947 by the Constituent Assembly. And this is the golden preamble of our Indian constitution, we the people of India. And the objectives of the Indian constitutions are justice, fraternity, equality, and liberty. These are the golden objectives of the Indian constitution under the preambles of the government, under the preamble of the constitution of India. Thank you.